We have a very special guest today, His Grace Bachman Prabhu. I'll just give a very quick introduction. He's a very brilliant student from IIT Bombay. He did BTech, and after that, MS he did from Chicago in quantum physics. You know the AI demand today, right? So he left all of that, and because there was a calling, inner calling, and he joined as a full monk around 2 decades back. I was present at that time. So Prabhuji has inspired thousands of students, um, working people around the world. He visits different countries and he gives lecture. He also wrote few books. One of the book is 18 Life Essentials, Gita Sutras, um, and many other events also Prabhuji speaks. So without further delay, we'll hear from Prabhuji. And today's topic is 5 rings of relationships in Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. Thank
Oh, that is a topic. Then I need to change this. I thought it is this. I forgot to bring my laptop. So can we do this? Yes. The topic is already there. No. No, if we announced a topic, then better stick to it. It's just downloading. Sorry for that. No. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा small physics principle about yes. My pleasure here to be here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley, very famous for wonderful classes and the wonderful devotees and the wonderful book distribution led by Vaisheshu Maharaj. And so seek all the devotees' blessings, those who are assembled online and those who are kindly graced in front of me, especially Srivas Prabhu. He's such a busy person taking care of so much responsibility here, but taking time out. And my senior Radhavalla Prabhu, because of his prasadam in 99, he used to come and cook for us. And I have not become satiated by his prasad ever. Still look forward to having prasad. So last 3 days has been nostalgic to have prasad cooked by his hands, and he lovingly is making all facility for my stay here. So seek his blessings too. Of course, Shamru Prabhu, dear friend since long time. So happy to be at his home. In Kali Yuga, this is one of the paradoxes or dilemmas that is there. That those whom we live with, our love for them starts to diminish. Long distance love is easy. This and sometimes they say if you want to maintain the love, better to stay away. If you stay close, and then the love starts to evaporate in that exothermic reaction. And so this theme that I took up is from kind of a reflection of the relationships that Lord Krishna exhibits in his pastimes, and five levels or five rings of relationships. Especially, we call Rasa Lila or Rasa Mandala. So it's mandala means a circle, and there are many circles in a community, or as Shrutakirti Prabhu, not Shruti Dharma Prabhu, he explains that the widest circle that we have is the general community of people, and we and from that circle, some that start to like some aspect of Krishna consciousness. So the first circle is level where they don't know Krishna. Second circle is when they somehow, somewhere or other interact with devotees. Then they start to like something or other. Usually, the first thing, that first love for everyone is prasad. I still remember in '99, I had gone to Juhu, and the first prasad that I was served in Juhu was upma. And simple, no, upma is not something very special, but the taste of that upma still lingers on my on my mind. The first prasad I ever ate was upma in ISKCON Juhu. So usually, no, we start to like. So I like Krishna. So they start to come more and more, and the more they start to come, the more they start to hear. Then our, then we want to, you know, come closer to Krishna. So then, the stage comes, no, I love Krishna. Means you start to love the practices of bhakti. You start to chant, and then is that I trust Krishna. That's even inner circle. That you model your entire life centered on Krishna. And then the most innermost circle is that my life is for Krishna. So that's the most innermost circle. And the difference between the material realm and the spiritual realm is, in the material realm, the center point is us. It is like the debate between the heliocentric and the geocentric, debate. Is the sun center or the earth the center? And these two stars that we see before marriage, Arundhati and Vashishta. Usually in Vedic custom, Vedic marriage, that before marriage you're supposed to go and take darshan blessings of these two stars, Arundhati and Vashishta. Any of you done in your marriages? In South, it is very, it's a must. Even if it's in the daytime, they just say go out and see the stars, where they are supposed to be, and take their blessings. And the and astronomically, they found out what is the speciality of these two stars. They, according to Vedas, these two stars, they are husband and wife, Vashishta and Arundhati. So before you get married, you take blessings of this couple who are always visible, who are always there to bless. But then astronomically they saw, and also it comes in the mantras, which was quite striking when they found this out, is that Vashishta is there, and Arundhati is going around Vashishta, and signifying that husband is the center, Vashishta, and wife should take care of the husband holistically. All his needs are served by the husband. But then they also found out that that the star Vashishta, is going around the star Arundhati. So it's like a motion in which if you make one star static, the other appears to be going around. But and if you make the one other star static, you will see the other one. So in essence, both are going around, uh, seemingly appearing that no, each one is the center, but in the center is Krishna. And because they are making Krishna the center, and of course each other, the no to take care of each other. So therefore, that is there, that in a relationship, it is neither the husband is the center or the wife is the center. As somebody said, if husband is the head of the family, then wife is the neck of the family, because the head can't move without the without the head neck support. The head moves only wherever the neck wants, right? So therefore, they say if husband is the head of the family, then wife is the neck of the family. And so, so this, so in the Rasa Mandala, every devotee is focusing their attention on Krishna and making Krishna the center point of their love, their life. And around Krishna, all these gopis are having Rasa Leela. Of course, Krishna, seeing their devotion, he also expands in each of them, and giving them that feeling that you are the center. Each gopi is feeling that Krishna is only with me. We in the material bodies and our capacities, we don't have that capacity to reciprocate love, to deal with the relationship where with each person we can either make the boss happy or no the family happy. Can't make both happy. So many times the rings of relationship, long back I heard a talk by no uh, Radhanath Maharaj about this ring. So he said, no, the relationship starts with the engagement ring, and then they have they go around the fire in seven circles, and as no things go, then that ring becomes suffering. And then if he said long back, then so many some no unfortunately sometimes then there is the telephone ring from the lawyer about discussing. So we do see that relationships become hard, and especially in Kali Yuga, the biggest tapasya challenge is to love and live with those whom we love. This particular image is kind of saying that sometimes in relationship it becomes like a boxing ring instead of becoming a wonderful experience. And this is a joke that once a lady, she was wearing her wedding ring on a wrong finger, and her friend asked her, "You are wearing your wedding ring. Usually you wear on this. Do any of you know why you wear on this?" There is a connection to the heart. In the Japanese, there is another aspect, but you'll have to do an activity with me. You all show your hands. Now combine your hands. combined, and these two, the middle fingers, you bring them down like this, almost like a mudra, but not Denu mudra, but did this. Okay. Now separate your thumbs, they separate. Separate your pinkies, they separate. Separate your first finger, they separate. Separate your ring finger. Can you separate your ring finger? Now that means आपका ये नीचे का ठीक से connected नहीं है. This नहीं नहीं प्रभु जी, आपका ये connected होना चाहिए. This. हाँ. It's impossible. If you do this, it's impossible. You can't. जो ये ठीक से किया है ना, ये निकलेगा नहीं. और ठीक से किया नहीं किया दोनों में बड़ा, देयर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन दैट Japanese culture teaches is that this this downward finger represents our relationship with God, and this upward finger represents our relationship with each other. This finger represents our relationship with each other. So when both the husband couple, they are in sync with God, with Krishna being the center, then the relationship cannot be removed. It becomes, uh, and if this is loose, if this is not strong, your depth is not there in the relationship centered on Krishna, then there is also possibility of separation. So that's about why this in this it is good. Of course, we also know uh, there is a connection to the heart. Also, once somebody said, "Why do we chant on this?" We all chant on this hand, and in acupuncture they say this particular point is a point that gives peace and calm to the mind if you press this point. So that's why, of course, that's not the purpose for which, but holistic, everything is included. So this girl, this lady, when she was asked, why are you wearing your wedding ring on a wrong finger? She said, to remind myself that I married a wrong guy. And people do go through this, that first they are like lovebirds, then they become like angry birds. And here you can see, the images are made with usual accusations. The wife, is shouting, "You don't respect me," and the husband is shouting, "Maybe the other way, you never listen." It's all the, both. It's quite a revealing picture of what. So if the relationship, if it has to survive, it is a ship. It's a ship to take us across. And but it is many times, it is that relationship that drains most of our energy. It sinks most people that go through hard time is because they didn't receive that love, they didn't receive that care and concern. And Jayadvaita Maharaj says this, that all it takes is one person who can stand with you. He doesn't have to be your partner, but somebody who truly stands with you, and then you can pass your life happily. But if we don't make that connection, and today from Krishna Lila, we'll try to uh, take five lessons or five learnings that will bring the juice of life, because rasa means juice, and it is up to us in that relationship whether we want to experience amras, or you want to experience karela ras. Of course, it's a cocktail usually, mixture of many rasas. And Prabhupada said this particular image of Krishna running towards Mother Yashoda to be comprising of all the five rasas together. This particular image. So can can you guess which rasa is being experienced by which devotee here? Yes. Mataji won all the awards. Kaus, Shanta, and so one is missing. Four are covered. The this particular behind, I think there is one more image where it is not where they are also dasyaras, that they Rakta Kshatra Krishna's no servants who are even in this image they want to serve Krishna. Obviously, we cannot no imitate Krishna's pastimes. We are supposed to follow them. We are supposed to not do anusaran, not anukaran, not imitate Krishna's pastimes, but follow them. And the first quality which bonds a relationship is the quality of that, as I said, quality of liking. That something or other you start to like in that person. Initially, it is automatic. You like something and that the person has it, so therefore you start liking that person. Like, no, you like singing, and then there is somebody who is a very good singer, then you start to like. You like prasad, and then there is somebody who gets good prasad, you like. But that relationship, initially it began with liking, but that same person, that same situation will also have things that you don't like. And what do we do at that time? The fascination of liking, the more you come closer, anywhere, an institution, a office, a relationship, a gadget, no, there will be things that, so at that time, that liking is not a just a reaction, it's a choice. Liking in the beginning is a reaction. Oh, I like this because it tastes well. Because it tasted well, you started to like. But later, if you really want to make that relationship sustain, then we have to choose to like it. Therefore, it's often said happiness is liking what we get, not just in getting what we like. That is a reaction, that you like something and you get it, you're happy. But in choosing to like, and many times we compare ourselves with others, with what they have, and then we start to hate whatever we have. In Vrindavan, because there is a sense of belonging, that that this person, that I belong to Krishna, and because of that sense of belonging, there is naturally sense of, because whatever belongs to you, you start to like your child is there, and somebody else's child is there. Although you may want your child to do better, this or that, but because he belongs to us, you know, love him, you like. So this sense of belonging uh, need is one of the first points of connecting with Krishna. First is liking, but then why do we continue to like Krishna? Because we belong to Krishna. And whatever Krishna does is for our benefit. Even when, you know, Putana, she came to Vrindavan as looking like a gopi, as if she belongs to that place. But her motive was not what the other Brajvasis were having. She was trying to fit in superficially to exploit Krishna, to kill Krishna. Whereas all others, they were not trying to fit in, they wanted to serve Krishna. Therefore, they were gopis. They were trying to, churn the butter, churn different things. So, there's many times in a relationship, when it starts to go bad, the first feeling that comes is that I don't belong here. I don't belong to this temple because nobody is liking me. I don't belong to this house because whatever I do, my in law or my husband, they're all finding fault. They're not liking what I do. So when people don't like what we do, the first attack that comes is your sense of belongingness is questioned. And when our sense of belongingness is questioned, then you start to feel you're not part of that place. You are an alien. You are somebody. But the moment somebody likes you for what you do, for who you are, immediately that person starts to feel I belong to this place because I am liked here. Long back in 2000, when we had went for the first time to Chopati, one of our devotees, Nandakumar Prabhu, he is now in Dallas. So he went and he met Maharaj. First time he went to Chopati, and then Maharaj greeted him, welcome to your home. And he immediately felt, I this temple is mine because this is my home. And that sense of belonging in a relationship, in a community, is so important for us to make keep devotees happy. Many times, because the sense of belonging doesn't come, devotees don't contribute much. But the moment this is mine, so sometimes what happens is the leader does a lot for the people, but the people, those who are there, they are not able to bring that sense of belonging because they are only being given, not contributed. But when they also contribute, then they start to feel a sense of belonging. And in Vrindavan, everybody is contributing to the whole atmosphere, including Krishna. It's not that Krishna is only taking from the Vrajavasis. Krishna is also serving the Vrajavasis for whatever they need. If there is a difficulty, then he is the first. He is the one who, uh, in things like Kaliya, no, he went and he killed. Yeah, he killed the demonic mentality of Kaliya. He made it go away from Vrindavan. So this is a very important element. And even when Vibhishana came, Vibhishana was being doubted. No, he's from Ravana's camp. How can we accept him? He's from another camp. But it was Lord Ram and Hanuman who embraced. Hanumanji said, I've seen Vibhishan. He is not like the others who are there in Lanka. He has great devotion. He has tulsi plant in his home, and everywhere he's written the name of Ram. And you know this little story that is told that once Ravana questioned, why have you written Ram everywhere? And Vibhishana intelligently said, Ram means Ravana and Mandodari, Ra and Ma. So sometimes devotees have to be smart. Why are you not eating with us? Oh, I have stomach ache. Not to hurt others, at the same time, ensure that this. So once the sense of belonging is experienced because of the love that Krishna shares with his devotees. Shubhavilas Poo shares this beautiful story in his book that once uh, bird, uh, a group of birds that a person was exhibiting, he came to Vrindavan. And so many types of birds were there that he was showing. And Krishna was looking at one particular bird with great attention. So when Nanda Maharaj came there, so Nanda Maharaj saw that it seems that Krishna likes this bird a lot. And he bought that bird. And he was not willing to, because he said, this is a very special bird, it's from the Himalayas. I can't spare this bird. No, but Krishna likes it, I want. And he paid the money and he took it. And as soon as Krishna got that bird, he removed the belt around that bird's neck that was there. And the bird seller was saying, don't remove it, it will fly off. Says, that's what I was looking at this bird, that this bird is so beautiful. Why is it being caged? Usually when we like, because it's for our pleasure. I like because it's giving me pleasure. Rather than liking the bird and its capacity like Krishna. And Krishna really cared for that bird. And then then this bird seller, he said, okay, if you don't want to put that, what do you call, the chain, the collar belt around the bird, then at least keep it in the cage. He gave a cage. Said no cage also. And then the bird seller said the bird will fly away. So that's fine. I want the bird to be live in such a way that it likes to do. Not that it has to live in a way that I like. Liking means what the other person likes, I appreciate, I accept that. So then this bird immediately flew away. And kind of everybody was, the bird seller was saying, see, the bird flew away, you paid so much money. And Krishna said, no problem. I'm happy that the bird is free. That's what I want. That's the reason I was looking at that bird. Why is this bird caged? But in 4 days, the bird came back with its entire family from the Himalayas because it found such shelter. It said, this is where we belong because we will not be exploited here. And in Vrindavan, because there is that sense of belonging, there is everybody is liked for whatever they are. If it is a grass, if it is a tree, if it is a bumblebee, whoever you are liked for what you are and what you are able to do for Krishna. That's the Shantaras. That everything belongs to Krishna because Krishna likes everyone's contribution. And a relationship in which we can't give that sense of belonging will not last much. The second level in a relationship is, along with liking, is giving. That now we want to give to the other person whatever we have. And we know Krishna, this beautiful story in Vrindavan, where he was giving these, no, this pulling the lady little bit of rice grains to get the fruits. But why did Krishna want so many fruits? There is a backstory to that. Want to know? On Krishna's birthday, Janmashtami, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj always used to be anxious. And anxious why? Because Krishna was always unhappy on his birthday. And why he was unhappy? Because he wanted to reciprocate with his friends' gifts. And his friends on the day of Janmashtami, no, first thing that Mother Yashoda used to do is to take Krishna to the Goshala and do the arti of Krishna with the cows. And Krishna, as he was going to the Goshala, he used to have a look at the butter pot. And then he used to, on the top of the, and his focus was not to go to the Goshala and get the arti done. Or it said as he was coming back, he used to, no, plan. And at that time, like, no, there used to be, he caught a calf and he told the calf, you stand still, I will get the butter and I'll give you the butter. The calf didn't understand much because little Krishna, he was trying to explain. He was trying to make a deal. Like when you want to steal something, you have an accomplice and then you know have your deal. Share how much you want to share. So so Krishna climbed on the calf and he reached the butter pot. And as he was trying to take the butter pot, the calf saw its mother and the calf ran away. And then Krishna was on the butter pot, hanging. And then he was afraid, he was shouting. And then Mother Yashoda came and said, how did you get here? And she brings down Krishna and then she takes, and then and once after Krishna gets ready, all Krishna's friends are waiting to greet Krishna. Happy birthday. Of course, uh, Krishna doesn't have a birth, but Krishna, still to wish him his birth anniversary. So all these friends, they used to bring different gifts. Somebody brought a little flower from his courtyard. Somebody else brought, one night before, they dried the cow dung into some kind of artifact and gave that as to Krishna as a gift. Somebody else brought some tilak and applied it on Krishna. So all these different gifts were given, and then Krishna has to reciprocate. And when he has to reciprocate, then Nanda Maharaj, all through the year, wherever he used to go, he used to bring all types of gifts. And Krishna didn't like any of those gifts. Krishna said, all these gifts have no value in front of my friends, what they have given. And Nanda Baba said, all these are costly gifts, gems, diamonds, all this, and they are very simple. And Krishna said that no, no, no. They all put their effort in getting them. I have not put any effort, everything is lying. So therefore, this is not worthy enough to be given. Therefore, he was crying. And Of course, he was pacified somehow. And so, since then, Krishna wanted to work hard himself, get something for his friends. And when he saw these, fruits, and when he saw his mother is not there, we want that somebody does, and we have the fruits. But Krishna is there. He wants to do something to get these fruits, not for himself, to give to his friends, because he has now earned them, worked hard to earn them. So this is uh, the sense of giving, that Krishna is always wanting to give his devotees, give to the people. One devotee I was recently met, he was saying that Krishna doesn't keep a penny with him. Every ounce of energy that you do for Krishna, Krishna wants to give that back 100 times more. He is the only no Lord who is so mindful that what my devotees, what they have given, is so much that whatever I have is not worthy enough to be even given, like Sudama's story. So this sense of giving that is there, that usually, no a relationship gets strained when we focus on what am I getting, that I'm not this, that I only have to do this, I'm not getting anything. So we focus on getting, and the moment that person is not getting, or that person is not giving, then we kind of cut that relationship, or that relationship starts to become, usually most, once a person retires in a family, he becomes like the punching bag. Everybody is trying, shouting at him, the wife, all 40 years of whatever she has tolerated, everything comes out in the old age. Every little detail is being, pricked, because now he is not giving anymore. Now he is in the more, in, of course, Vanaprastha ashram is there where you go out and try to purify yourself. But uh, when we focus on giving, then that relationship becomes deeper. I'll share a personal story. We have time, right? In 2004, I had come to Chicago to do my masters. And I came from Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir, and there was already a lot of talk about how this temple is one of the best temples, and how there was also a movie called as the Simple Temple. And everybody that I used to hear that anybody that goes to any place of the world, then he's, if he's from Chopati, then he's respected. And some places, devotees who never gave a class but they were from Chopati, once they sat on the Vyasasan, they gave talk for 3 hours. So all this, glories of Chopati were also in my head. So when I went to Chicago, I started to expect that people will recognize where I have come from and who am I. I am not an ordinary soul. I am somebody from coming from the best temple. Like some recently somebody said, uh, of course, please. I'm not saying this. The devotee said. I'm just sharing. I'm not like Chopati is like IIT of ISKCON. So I have double pride. IIT also, Chopati also. So then when I went there, I saw hardly anybody giving a damn about where I'm coming from. Hardly no whatever is regular, just not taking advice from me or Prabhuji, how do we do this? So for 6 months I was very frustrated. अरे मेरे को इतना देना है, इतना ज्ञान देना है, इतना टिप्स देना है, हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ डिवोटीज, हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ डीटीज, हाउ टू मेक संडे feast more smooth, this that. But even when I was trying to tell them something, they were kind of making faces कि ये कौन है बड़ा बताने वाला. So that's when I understood that things don't work that way. And I also understood that I may be from there, but doesn't mean that, and the crux of that, of wherever is, whatever it is because of the giving culture. So I changed my mindset. I started to give my and service, becoming interested in devotees rather than devotees coming to me seeking advice. I was going and trying to help them in their services, in giving them, uh, are they happy, are they being taken care. And and then I started to see, like in a flash, devotees started to connect to me, because now I was no more in the mood of like I'm the one who is giving. I was trying to be their servant. That let me, what can I give you, and give you not in the mood of superiority. Because when sometimes even when we try to give, we're trying to give in the mood of superiority. But with Vaishnavas, no, we, like it said, uh, dana and daya. What is the difference between dana and daya? Daya is mercy, that you see a beggar and you, seeing his poverty stricken state, you give him something. But with a Brahmana, with a Vaishnava, you give him something not because, like you sometimes, no, it's a sannyasi or a Brahmana is given a dakshina. Dakshina is not daya, it is called dana. Dana means, like, say, a king is there. A king, you go and on his birthday, you give him something, some, say, some gold and something, not thinking he is poverty stricken, no, as a matter of gratitude, as a matter of reciprocation, or to seek his, grace, you offer a little gift, not in the mode of superiority. So when we give to devotees, uh, in the mood of daya, कि मैं तुम्हारा benefit कर रहा हूँ, it doesn't ring well, it doesn't bond. But that giving should be in the mood that this is the least I am able to do to get your blessings, like to a Brahmana, to a Sadhu, or any Vaishnava. That Prabhu, I am fortunate to able to do this for you. Not that you are fortunate to able to get this from me. So that is the, oh, it's idle. I get too deep into a point. I hope it is helping this uh, thought flow. So this is the also the squirrel. It felt so much belong. It felt such a connection to the Ram's mission, the sense of belonging. Often that sense of belonging brings out from every devotee whatever they want to do, whatever they can do, they want to do. Else many times, devotees get withdrawn. That they want to do the least. Why? Because that sense, that first circle is not being strengthened. Then the second circle will never happen of giving. And this is also, giving also includes forgiving. That if some devotee is making a mistake, which does happen, many times the sense of belonging is cut, especially when we receive corrections too much. Too much more than the love we receive when we receive corrections. Then when we start to, so mode of forgiving also is part of the giving. No, Indra was forgiven by Krishna. Of course, he was angry, but because he was serving him, he taught him a lesson, but he forgave him. And in this fight between Sugriva and Vali, why Lord Ram punished Vali? Because the difference between a bad person and a good person is that somebody who, a bad devotee or a bad, is that when they make a mistake, they do 3 hours. And when a good devotee makes a mistake, they do another 3 hours. So we should follow in the first 3 hour. The bad devotee, so the second 3 hour, the bad person, he when he makes a mistake, he rejoices his mistake. He's happy that I spoke well to him. अच्छा दिया उसको. Or sometimes when we remember some mistakes that we kind of rejoice. Not just we rejoice our mistake, but we rationalize our mistake. And because we rationalize the mistake, we repeat our mistakes. So asuras are like this. Asura, Duryodhana, Hiranyakashipu, they rejoice, they rationalize, and they repeat their mistakes. But a good person is one who recognizes his mistake, he repents for his mistake, and he rectifies his mistake. So we have to give space for devotees to repent for themselves. That if we continuously correct people, then they start to feel distanced. Even with children, there has to be a balance. So if we want somebody to become a good devotee, we have to give the space where he will be able to recognize his mistake. Long back, I think Radhavalap also knows this story that there was a one kitchen in charge who was making very austere prasad, and often it said that the kitchen in charge should himself be a loving prasad and eating nice prasad. If the kitchen in charge is a very austere person, then the whole congregation suffers. Because he thinks, what is the use of, like, uh, one time it happened that in our temple, the kitchen, they thought of we need to make healthy prasad. So there are this sinful, they say, five sinful vegetables are there, five whites are there. I don't want to name them because then you'll have hard time here. But in India, they're panch paap hai. So then they were wanting to cut all this and make healthy prasad because now ashram was aging. So one of our leaders, he intervened and said, all of you are older ages and you're only thinking about your particular narrative that you need healthy prasad. But when you are younger, you all ate all this prasad. So those younger brahmacharis, if they are not happy with, you make all this austere prasad, then you are making, you enjoyed when it was your time, but now you are grown up, now you are putting all these rules. Better you make a space where they also enjoy and your need is also fulfilled. So that's when these two were made, spicy and non-spicy prasad. Spicy doesn't mean it's spicy, but non-spicy means healthy and uh, huh? Not so healthy. Something that will keep the mind of the young passion of the youth to also feel satisfied, feel happy. So the art is that to make the other person. So Maharaj, he called this, and he was saying that everybody likes your rice, everybody likes your dal. Maybe you can also make the sabji more tasty. So like this, like making the person also just realize his own mistake rather than putting it upon them. So not being in the mood of correcting, but forgiving the same time. So this is the third ring, where once we have sense of belonging and sense of giving, then we come to the third stage of trusting that relationship, that we are willing to now go to the extra yard because I know he will be taking care of me. In the Bhagavad Gita, Duryodhana says, Mother de tyakto jivita. For my sake, they'll all lay down their lives. But that will not draw trust. That will draw कि मेरे लिए तुम सब लोग मरो. Rather than feeling, for your sake, I will lay down my life. So when the trust is there, then that relationship is giving even more deeper. So that's the third ring where we enter into Krishna's trust circle. Krishna trusts us that he starts to give us service. We can only give service to those whom we trust. Chinnajaya Swami says, no, there are sevaks and there are volunteers. Volunteers are those who serve when they like to do. Sevaks are those who serve when we want them to do. So we can volunteer for Krishna, but it is at our no convenience. But true service is with responsibility. When we take up responsibility for Guru's sake, for the mission's sake. So the more Krishna trusts us, the more we enter into Krishna's trust circle, the more we start to receive service. And therefore, even in Vrindavan we see Krishna trusted Uddhava that he gave him this most intimate service of sending him to Vrindavan to give his message to the gopis. And there is this, nice activity done about trusting. Of course, we won't do it here, but you can do this sometime where everybody is trusting the other. Nobody falls. It works. But if one is removed from that, everybody falls. So this is the third circle of where there is trust and friendship. Sakyaras is based on trust. Who becomes your friend? One whom you trust that he will be there. Friend in need is a friend indeed. So that's the crux of. Then the fourth is sense of owning. Mamata comes that this is mine. Krishna is mine. Not just like the coward boys. They trusted Krishna so much that they went into the mouth of Aghasur. Krishna will take care. But the fourth level is that It's not that Krishna will take care, I need to take care of Krishna. It's not that the mission will take care of me, the devotees will take care of me. But now I feel a sense of ownership, not in terms of control, but owning the responsibility to protect and nourish the mission, that relationship with Krishna, with the devotees. So sense of owning, which is Vatsalya. The in Vatsalya, not you feel this is my duty to feed my child, to take care of him. He is my child. So this is very important, the sense of ownership. And in that stage, also correcting also happens, but it's at the fourth circle. Once you're given, once the trust has been built, then correcting works. Mother Yashoda could correct Krishna because she had that depth of relationship with Krishna. That you know, Rudantam Muhur Netram. Krishna is crying as Mother Yashoda is no chastising Krishna. Krishna, why did you eat butter? And Krishna is saying, Maya mai nahi makan kayo. I didn't eat butter, mother. And when Rajvasi says this statement is true, Krishna is never speaks false because Krishna is saying, Maya mai nehi makan kayo. So mother corrects. So devotees, no. So no, for even from with, of course, we are first to bounds to correct, but we should go through this. But if we are receiving correction, we should feel so blessed that this devotee, you know, feels so as accepted into that circle where he feels that it is his duty to correct. So if say guru or a senior devotee or somebody is correcting us, it's a blessing. But you don't take the other side. I'll give the blessing of correcting to everybody. Huh? And Krishna corrected the Kaliya through his dance. So it's painful, but it worked. Then the last is sense of sacrificing their entire existence for Krishna, not just owning, but sacrificing whatever they can, they have, if Krishna wants it, and that sacrificing is in the mood of assisting Krishna to give pleasure to Krishna, and not no not in the mood of I am doing this for you, but whatever I have, let me in the mood of servant, the mood of assisting the assistants. That only if it's comfortable for me, I will do. No. Whatever it takes to please Krishna, I will sacrifice all my comforts, coming out of our comfort zone, which is what is, the epitome of love, where the gopis didn't care for their comfort, their well being. You know the story where Narad Muni said Krishna has a headache and he wanted dust of the devotees. Nobody was willing to give. Only the gopis were ready to give. And when Narad Muni asked, are you not afraid of this activity? You may go to hell. So we are willing to go to hell forever if it assists in removing Krishna's pain for even a moment. So highest example of the depth of their relationship, they're willing to sacrifice everything, even Krishna's Sangha, if that's what it means. So these are five rasas which also carry depth in importance for us. Yeah, because every relationship that we have in this world is in some way a symbol or a reflection of our relationship with Krishna. We cannot behave in our relationship with each other in one way and think that with God I will have a very sweet relationship, and with devotees, another type. No, it's all connected. Say on a balloon, no, if you there are different dots. When the balloon air goes, all dots come together towards the closer dot, to the bigger dot. But in coming closer, all the other dots also are coming close together. Everything is coming together. So these sense of liking, which is where the mode of belonging comes, and this ring of giving and forgiving, trusting, which manifests as serving Krishna's instructions, owning, of course, that includes correcting, and sacrificing, assisting. These are the five rings in a relationship. Uh, any questions? The five rasas, based on some talks that I heard and some reflections with uh, some devotees. This is a short summary of the five rasas in our just as much.
Reflection, when you spoke about the belonging one, I was thinking of that pastime of Krishna kidnapping Rukmini, and then Krishna telling Rukmini that don't worry, your army is there to protect.
Yes.
So they just came together, and that moment itself, Krishna is giving her the assurance and the belongingness,
Yes, yes,
the sense of belonging. Yeah.
yes. Krishna. Yes, Radhola bro. This is just a thought awakening. I'm sure all of you have more
That
realizations.
balloon, can you show again? Balloon.
I didn't show the balloon,
Oh, acha, acha.
but I just gave that example.
Uh-huh.
That on a balloon, if there are dots, the more it's inflated, the more all the dots go away,
Yeah.
which represents the
But
ego.
when you take the
But when
ego
when you
out,
take the ego out,
then the
then all the dots come together.
collective ego has to go down.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Prabhu, a nice class. Question is, where was the story from? Which Shastra has the story of Krishna and the bird seller? I was curious.
It's a local
I see.
Braj Katha.
Braj Katha, got it.
Local Braj Katha.
Yeah, I might struggle a little to word my question because I'm not clear in my thoughts right now. But so you said liking should be to the activity that the other person likes, right? But what if, say in a couple, what if the other person doesn't know much about the activity that, like say for example, in devotional services, right? Everybody is on their own path. So they might have different connection with Krishna. They might have the different stages of their relationship with Krishna. So what if the other person doesn't understand the depth of the relationship at the other end? So they might find it hard, even if they want to accept uh, what their spouse is doing, they might find it hard. Or so, and I'm sure this is probably a common challenge that many families face. So, how does this get addressed?
Thank you. Yes, some likes are reactionary. It's an effect of an act of something that they carry. But if we want to bring the sense of belonging, we have to not just like what they apparently, but also see the effort, the intention, and start to like that aspect. Like say, mother makes something. The child may not like the taste of it or the item, but he can like the effort that she has put in or the time that she has given. So, if the belongingness is there, then we want to like the person. The belongingness starts to go down when we start to dislike. I don't like this about you, don't like this about you. Then, we start to feel we are aliens. Don't, that sense of belonging starts to go. So, we want to bring that sense of belonging even in a family. We have to strive hard to appreciate each other and make it a choice that ultimately, like Prabhupada, when all these hippies came in front of him, externally they were all so downtrodden, not having any good qualities. But Prabhupada appreciated if they brought something. Prabhupada saw the spirit soul in them and how they are taking little interest. Prabhupada writes in one of his diaries, today 5 people came for kirtan and they appreciated it a lot. So I'm sure all of them will become nice devotees. So even little spark, it is said that a great soul deals with other person not with what he is, but what he can be. He sees the potential in them and he invokes the potential in them. Like Narada Muni, he told Lord Prahlad he is a Mahabhagavat. So he saw the potential in that soul, and he spoke about that potential that the person carries. Like I often hear this with parents. They say this very famous line, which is funny, but what they say is, ये पढ़ सकता है लेकिन पढ़ता नहीं. He can read, he is intelligent, but he is not focusing. So because they do give that credit. He can do it, but he is not doing it. So they want to revive it. So that's like dealing with a person with what he can be, and bringing out the good in them by appreciating their intention, by giving them that whatever they little they do, giving them that, like I remember the initial days when I was just a student coming to the temple. Most of the time I used to just take prasad and go. And once I remember Radhavalla Prabhu and they all used to put the most of the effort in cooking prasad. And there were some vessels that were used to be there. So once I volunteered to wash a vessel, and I still remember that cooker which I washed, because as I was washing that cooker, one of the devotees, he came and just appreciated. You have course to do, this to do, but you are washing the vessel. Thank you so much. They didn't correct me that तुम इतना सालों से प्रसाद ले रहा है, महीनों से कम तुमको अभी तो दिमाग अक्ल आई कि तुम अभी वॉश कर रहा है. Not spoken in that way. We're spoken as if, no, I've never taken any prasad and very selflessly coming. I ate nice prasad which they cooked. And it is that sense of belonging that they brought by liking that little thing that I was doing, drew me more to give more. And ultimately, I gave my whole no, existence only. Was trying to give because of that one appreciation of, oh, you're trying to wash this cooker. Thank you so much. So we have to bring that out in people by being truly their well wishers and therefore when we go to the deities or when we pray, this is one of the prayer we should offer. Krishna, please show me the good in others, because I am easily seeing bad in others. Please let me see the good in others or the potential that they carry. There are 6 levels, right, that Gaurampu speaks. One is a person only sees the bad. Second person is sees the bad, sees the big bad, and the little thing good is there, but he neglects that. That is dikta hai, but he doesn't focus there. Fourth is he sees the good and the bad, and he kind of focuses more on the bad. Third is where he focuses on the good. Fifth is where it is where he neglects the bad and he glorifies only the good. Sixth is that he, even if it is little good, he glorifies that as if he has done something amazing, because that draws the person, that gives a sense of belonging. And in a community, in a home, if you, that is the first, that is the shantaras. वो अगर ब्रेक किया बाकी सब कर रहे, so it doesn't work. So at all stages we have to ensure that the person feels belonged, and we are all here in ISKCON because of that. And sometimes in ISKCON, but not in ISKCON because our heart has broken because of the way devotees have dealt or different things. Okay, Hare Krishna. There may be better answers, Prabhu, Shivas Prabhu, or Sundaran Prabhu. Please, I'm a little soul. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for highlighting those 5 attributes and then relating them to the 5 rasas in the spiritual world. And I'm assuming they're like just you took the aspects which are striking.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
of course, the cohort wise also.
Core aspect of these rasas,
Right.
not that they only personify that, but
Yeah.
in a way that we can apply in our life.
Thank you. Prabhu, you mentioned about correcting the person, right? So you should give the time also for the person to think about it and then come back with rectification, not to give too much correction. And generally it so happens that if you don't give the correction, right, the person may not be changing the behavior, especially the closed ones also you can see. And if you give correction also, what happens is that it may become too much, they may not take it also. So how do we deal with this situation? One thing is we try to inspire, but yeah, it may not work always.
It works when we also are trying to improve. That as I said, it's easy to see faults in others. It's difficult to see. Nobody can smell their own bad mouth. They can smell others. So many times, uh, correction is when you are given a seva of leader, of being a leader. When it is your response, you own that responsibility. Then we have the right or the duty to correct. Else, we may be concerned. We have to convey it to the authority and not take up this task of trying to correct. And yes, if we have a child, if we have where we are responsible for that, then we have to do that, but follow the previous steps, that we have given enough. As they say, emotional deposit. Emotionally, we have deposited enough before we withdraw, because correcting is a withdrawal. Then we have withdrawn, we have deposited enough emotionally in the relationship. That Krishna, you can see, is kind of cruel in correcting Arjuna as being an Apunsak, in the beginning of the Gita. Klaibyam mas magama partha. Are you a warrior? Heavy words. But how much has Krishna invested in that relationship? For years. And because of that, there is trust. And because there is trust, and Krishna feels, this is, he's my friend, I need to correct him. Therefore, he is using these words to whatever will benefit. So yes, so if we have emotionally deposited, once in New York Bhakti Center, there was one devotee, and I used to stay there for quite some time, and done so much trouble and this that devotees were just tolerating him. And then Maharaj came, and we all kind of told everything about ki kya what. We thought Maharaj is going to blast him. And then when Maharaj met him, he showered so much love on him, more than what all of us who are doing. So much time, love that he gave, just appreciating, giving affection. And when one of the devotees, he could not take it. And in our next meeting, he asked Maharaj, I thought we will correct that person. But instead of correcting, whatever you have told looks like we have made you more dear to him. You are giving your more time, affection to him, love to him. So then Maharaj said this beautiful line. He said that maybe I have not given him enough love, therefore he is doing these mistakes. Therefore, let me fill him with love so that he sheds away all these, things that. So we feel no in correcting, but the way Maharaj was saying that he needs more love. Because when there is love, then that belonging comes. When belonging comes, then we want to assist, we want to come out of our comfort zone. So also in Mahaprabhu's Leela, this story is there. When Mahaprabhu was getting married to Vishnu Priya, this story comes in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. That who was the sponsor of Mahaprabhu's marriage? Buddhibanta Khan. So Buddhibanta Khan, he had arranged gifts for all the Brahmanas. Silver betel nut boxes. So, and as each Brahmana was going, the receptionist or the gift giver, he has to give one box to each Brahmana. They were leaving. And when these Brahmanas were getting the gifts, they saw this such a wonderful gift is there. They again went and again joined the line. Put that in their bag, and Vrindavan Das Thakur write this story. They again stood in the line for one more box. And then, it was happening. And then one of the in charges there, he became upset. ये ब्राह्मण है कि क्या है? Brahman. So he goes to Buddhimanda Khan and reports. No? All these Brahmanas are, sometimes it happens in Prasadam line, we only get one gulab jamun. In Yatra, Yatra, devotees eat the full plate, but they just like that, that dry fruit halwa or whatever, that they again go in the line with fresh hands, and everything else they take little, no book nahi hai zyada, we are not hungry, and just take that sweet rice again. How many of you done that? Yatra. Okay. Done that. I also done that. अभी एक कलर का एडवांटेज तभी पूछ लेते और एक दे दो भाई. So Buddhimanta Khan, he saw Mahaprabhu. What to do? Then Mahaprabhu tells, the goal is to make the Brahmanas happy, so they give blessings. So with one, they are not happy. Let them take whatever. The goal is to make them happy. Goal of gifting is not give diya kushro. Goal is to make them happy. And no, if you can afford it, give as many gifts as they want to take. And then the whole atmosphere became calm, and as they were coming, and after 2 or 3 turns, they were so happy. They and their Bhakti Zindakur writes commentary that sometimes we are quick to find faults with people, devotees, not understanding that we have not filled them their need. And the magnanimity of Mahaprabhu is that he changes people's hearts not by correcting but by filling them with love. And in New York, when I saw that episode, then I recollected Chaitanya Bhagavas, that how accurately is Maharaj following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footsteps. That fill people with love, then they'll reciprocate. Of course, there are also episodes where correction is needed, but after we have given enough love. Okay? So 8:30, we'll stop. I'm a very little attempt to share this, so if it was something helpful, please accept it. Otherwise, please forgive me for taking your time out. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Saved Gaura Bhaktarinda ki.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Brajman Prabhu, and thank you for everyone who has come here and also the online audience. So we'll end the Zoom call now, but we'll sing the Damodar Ashtakam now, and we'll also show the lamp.
Should I stop sharing?